Video games, a popular source of entertainment that everyone enjoys. As you know, new video games are always being released every year. However, as they have been advancing in graphics, details, and character designs, there is a common question that has plagued our minds for some time. Why is there a lack of gender balance, sexual orientation, and ethnic diversity in video games? To go more into depth, here are some of the games that I will be talking about. Kirby, Fire Emblem Awakening, the Toho Project, Punch-Out!, Street Fighter, and the Super Smash Bros. Series. Level 1. Gender Balance. Gender balance or gender ratio has always, for the most part, been male-dominated in video games. However, the balance between male and female characters have been increasing. For example, in the Super Smash Bros. Series, starting with Smash 64, in total there were 12 characters, 11 male and 1 being female. In Super Smash Bros. Melee, in total there were 26 characters, 22 male, 4 being female. In the next game that was made, it was named Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and there were 39 characters in total, 34 being male and 5 being female. In Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and the Wii U, in total there were 58 characters, 48 being male, 10 being female. And last but not least, in the most newest game that has come out, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, in total there are 78 characters, 61 being male and 17 being female. Taking into consideration the increase of female characters in the Super Smash Bros. Series, it is difficult to distinguish the ratio of male and female characters due to the input of certain creatures like Pokemon. However, a lot of people depict Jigglypuff to be female, as well as Pikachu. Adding on to that, there are a few characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that are both male and female, such as Corrin, Robin, Villager, Inkling, and Wii Fit Trainer. There are a few characters from Ice Climbers, Popo and Nana, who in previous games the gamer could not switch between the two, and the default would be Popo, the male. However, now in Smash Ultimate, you can switch between the two. On the other hand, in the game Fire Emblem Awakening, there is a 50-50 ratio between male and female characters. In Street Fighter, the women have a lower HP because the creator of the game stated that he genuinely thinks that women are weaker than men. In another game, Punch-Out!, there are absolutely no female characters at all. As I mentioned before about the game Kirby, or Kirby in general as a character, many believe that he is male because of his name and of its names, and how it sounds male-ish. But all in all, Kirby does not have a gender. It is gender neutral. The creator of Kirby even stated once that he does not even know what the little pink ball is. In addition to talking about male to female ratios, in the Toho Project, there are absolutely no male characters. All of them are female. Level 2. Sexual orientation. In the game Fire Emblem Awakening, there are some characters that have specific sexual orientations in the game. However, there are many people that don't think that sexual orientation is needed in video games, but there is a lack of it, that's for sure. In not implicating sexual orientation in characters, the creator or the gamers assume that there are only heterosexual relationships in that world. To go more into depth, it has been said that Nintendo has announced that same-sex marriage will be an option for certain characters in Fire Emblem, and a lot of people believe that just one single same-sex romance option is too much for the video game, and that they should be satisfied with just that. However, I think it would be better to have more inclusion in it on same-sex relationships, because nowadays it's become a lot of, I wouldn't say popular, but a lot of people would prefer it, and it would make more options for them to have their character romantically involved with either a same-sex character or a character of a different sex or gender. There is a lot of lack of same-sex marriages in Japan as well, where the game is made. Level 3, ethnic diversity. For this part of the video, I will be briefly discussing the game Punch-Out and its wide variety of ethnic diversity and the stereotypes attached to them. So in the game Punch-Out, there is a character named Glastro who is French, and the stereotype behind his name is that he thinks that he's handsome, and if you knock him down, there are croissants flying around his head. The name Glastro is similar to Glass Jaw, depicting that he has the fear of being hit in the jaw and messing up his facial features. Some other examples of characters from Punch-Out is Von Kaiser, who is German and wears camouflage, indicating or representing war. And another character would be Piston Hondo, who is Japanese, and whenever he's knocked down, he always says sushi. A character that I thought was very stereotypical, but very funny was Don Flamenco, who is Spaniard, and when he fights, he speaks Spanish and has flamenco dancing during the fight. And of course, when he gets knocked down, there are roses flying over his head as well. So in order to answer why there is lack of these three things in video games, it is because, for the most part, male dominated, of course, and most of the creators of these games are male as well, and the developers and the creators of the characters are male as well. A solution that we can work on is to have more people play video games, and maybe then more females are interested in game development, and would increase the percentage of women working in the gaming industries. Another possible solution would be closing the gap of the digital divide and letting everyone have equal internet access so they may be able to experience playing video games and become interested in becoming part of this industry.